Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. Oh, well, you'll just have to like and subscribe and like this video as well. Sorry about that. Where did I get to? Oh, my word. I had to go off the page to put the recorder back on again. Oh, we'd got to Mary's face, hadn't we? That's right. Oh, but... sorry. Stop digressing, Sally. Do it a bit at a time. I get so excited. I'm so excited, man. Wow. Imagine having a photo of your granny and your granddad like that. That's crazy. I've got a picture of my nanny and granddad. He looks like a cowboy. He's wearing a cowboy hat. Oh, he was a mason, stonemason. A Masonic stonemason. Yeah, here we are. We're at her face, aren't we? This is where I left off. This is where we pick up. So we've done that. And if you haven't seen it, you have to go back and look for the first video. Right. See, now there's like your face. So, and look at the nose. And you can see that that's her... They say that they dug this all out. They didn't dig it all out. What a load of old rubbish. And there's another story that the angels helped them. No, these were living beings. They were living beings. That was a living being. She lived and breathed up her nose and breathed out her mouth and said things out of her mouth. So I suppose where the church is like where her sort of tongue was, wasn't it? It's all rotted away. The tongue must have rotted away quick. Well, it would, wouldn't it? Because there's just floppy flesh. What have I written here? Something age. Sausage. Looks like a sausage. It's not. It's his body, but his body looks like a sausage. Right. See? Mariam Solomon Menylek. Mariam Solomon Menylek. There you go. Right, now let's get... Right, oh yeah, this is interesting. Right, so he's 1.2 kilometres tall. He was. Can you imagine how big he was when he stood up? It would be easy to walk there, wouldn't it? Hey. They're both that height. They're both 1 point... She's just under. She's like 115. And then the baby's 60. I've measured him. Measured him from the top of his head, not the top of his hat, from his forehead to the bottom of his sausage. There they are again. Doesn't the donkey look like Shrek? Now here's another interesting thing right here. And I'm going to show you in Google Earth, so you know I'm not making this up as I go along. I'll try not to switch this off. Right, now who's this chappie here? Oops. Right. There's his eyebrow. There's his eye. There's his nose. There's his long top lip. And then he's got something coming out of his mouth. And he's wearing a funny hat. See him again? Can you see him? He's breathing something out there. I think he breathes up to something. We'll have a look on Google Earth in a minute. There they are again. See, this is the way I think. Look, Bet Abba Libanos. Oh. Abba's father, Father Church Libanos. I've got sidetracked again, haven't I? Yeah, look at his feet. The size of them feet. And people have got houses on them. Imagine, oh, there he is again. Look, there's the man. You see him? We'll have a look, see what he's breathing out. What his breath turns into. Him and her. That's the three of them. Can you see him now? Can you see him looking at Mary? And she's holding the baby. Can you see the baby's face? So clear. But you know, no one's put a house on his face. No one's put a house on his face. And they say the Ethiopian kings and queens are all, she's eye, there's other eye, and his mouth and his nose. Right, take that away and then you can look at it properly. Say that the Ethiopian, the Selassie line, they're all related to these people. See, I think we were all big. We were all big people, and we just got smaller and smaller. Here's another man breathing. There he is again. Got to get on Google Earth. See, this is what I think, right? You get these, you know, like if you go to Paris, you come home with a little model of, you come home with a little model of the Sacré-Cœur or Montmartre or Arc de Triomphe or the Eiffel Tower. That's a bit obvious, isn't it? Like, you go in someone's house, they've got the Eiffel Tower in their on their window ledge, and you go, "Oh, have you been to Paris?" No, I bought it at a car boot sale. Sorry. I couldn't resist that. And for those of you on the other side of the pond, that's a swap meet. Or a dollar store. Pan shop. Piasta corner. Stop it, Sally. Shouldn't be laughing about this. It's just too unbelievable. See, what I think they used to do, I think, because they had airships in those days, I think that you'd go to Lalibela, you'd go up in an airship and you'd look down on the nativity scene, okay? And then you would remember it and you'd go home and you'd tell people about it, and then or you'd tell an artist about it and the artist would draw it, yeah? Or you would buy something there, you know? You would buy something there that was like him, her and the baby. You'd buy something there was him, her, the baby and the three kings and the donkey. Do you understand what I mean? Look at that. Wow, where's that? Where did I find that? That's crazy. Where did I find that? I'll have to look for it again. Must be further over to the right. Yeah, so I think that's why you see this all over the world, because they were fascinated by it. Well, you would be, wouldn't you? And like it'd be the headline in every newspaper all around the world. Like giants in Lalibela found. Man, woman, child, donkey, asp. Oh, it's not an asp, it's a big snake. It's a, what do they call those really big? Are they anacondas? And you know, and it would have been like a gift, and it would have been a pilgrimage. I think anywhere where you find a depiction of the nativity or a depiction of Solomon, Sheba and Menylek, aka Jesus, Mary, Joseph and the donkey, anywhere you go that you find that, either a statue of it or you find it in a stained glass window or an ancient picture, a mosaic, it's like a tourist gift from having gone on this pilgrimage. Yeah? Just makes sense. It's just everything, it's just logical, isn't it? It's just logical. And here we are in Lalibela. Okay. Madaji Abo. This is the other thing I do now. I look at the words, because the words of place, the names of places, the names of places often give away the names of the places give away what it is, they give it away. Church of St. George, that's in her hand. You see it now. The Church of St. George is in her hand. Unique monolithic stone church. I wonder if it's actually made out of blood that congealed, turned to stone, which is why it's red. Look. See how it's red? Oops. See, it's red. Red. Blood. Red. It's all blood red round there. All right. Church of St. George. Now. Rock-hewn churches. No, they're not. They're inside. Is this one inside the donkey's ear? Is it? It's inside the donkey's ear hole. Tomb of Adam. Oh, that's interesting. Adam's ear. Ear in his ear. In the donkey's ear. See the donkey. Oh yeah, we were going to look, see what he's breathing out. He's breathing out this, whatever this is here. See that man there? And that's his lips, and he's breathing something out, you see? Whatever this is. My eyes are getting tired now. It's a snake. Can you see that that's a snake? You can see it's a snake, can't you? If you've ever seen any of my other videos, you'll see that I find all these anomalies have buildings on them. I did used to think, I used to think that the buildings were strategically placed to look like something, but now I know it was something, and the buildings have been built on whatever that something was. Can you see? You can see he's got some sort of adornment on his hat. He's got half a dozen houses and gardens on his hat. She's got the whole world in her hands. She's got the whole wide world in her hands. She's got the Church of St. George in her hand. She's got the church there in her hand. Woohoo! I do love the donkey. Can't remember which bit I saw first. What have they been doing? They've been messing about here. They've been building. Building on his head. Oh, don't mess about too much. Someone quick phone up Lalibela Council. You can't build anymore because you are building on sacred ground. That king is so... I mean, look. His hat and everything. Can you... You've got to be... You must be able to see that now. Oh, see him? That's his nose. Eye. Beard. Do you see him now? Yeah? Got it? That's the top of the next one's hat there. There's another chappy here as well, isn't there? Look. You spot their hats. They've all got the same... Oh, they've all got the same hats, haven't they? Yeah? Same hats as him. What did I do? I did project here. Oh, how long ago did I do that? Long time ago. Oh, look, I outlined it all. I knew I did something like that. Look. But it needs another one in there. How do I do this? I don't know how to do this. Pen. Oh, no. No. Screen right, yeah. Oops. Why has it done that? There's another hat there. Oh, well. Kebra Nagast. Right. Mary, a.k.a. Sheba, Joseph as Solomon. Donkey as Shrek Donkey. Hat of baby Jesus, face of baby Jesus, body of baby Jesus. If anybody wants this, I can pass it on to them, I'm sure, somehow. You might even be able to look it up. I don't know. Will it be serpent's head, hand, Mary? Anyway, I did this about, where are we now? 2020, end of 22 nearly. Well, I found them the back end of 2019, but I couldn't believe my eyes, really. It wasn't till I kind of went back over it and looked again, and each time I looked, I found something else. I'm like, oh my goodness me. Now, how do I get rid of that? Oh, open. Import file. What's this? Open project from Drive. Oh, I've got it in my Drive. Okay, so I can share it from there. That's easy. That's easy enough. Search. Wait a minute. Map style clean. So how do I get rid of the project now? See? Oh. Anyway, I've shown you now, haven't I? Now, the last thing was, Oops. Yeah. Right. Abrahamic Middle Eastern Christianity. Got a feeling, whatever it was, has been moved. Oh, the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Have you seen my Tunguska one? Have a look at Tunguska. I think that's that's the red or brown horse. No. That's no good. Don't want that. That's no good. Ah. Yeah. Son of a wise man. Well, Solomon was a wise man. Yes? No? Jesus, question mark. That's what it's got to be. They've got to be. Solomon and Sheba. Jesus has got to be their son, Menylek. I'm sure it's Menylek. When the young man arrived in his mother's country, he rejoiced there in the honour which he received, and in the gifts that were made to him. And when the people saw him, they thought him to be the perfect likeness of Solomon the king. Well, he would be if he's his dad. And they made obeisance to him, and they said unto him, Hail, the royal father liveth. And they brought unto him gifts and offerings, fatted cattle and food. Well, they would do, because he was a big fella and he needed an awful lot of food. As to their king, and the people of the whole country of Gaza, as far as the border of Judah, were stirred up. And they said, This is King Solomon. And there were some who said, The king is in Jerusalem, building his house. Now he'd finished building the house of God. And others said, See, the giants used to do the buildings. Now, I've said this lots of times. The pyramids were built by giants. When you look at the Egyptian, when you look at the stela, look at the I was going to say Giza stela. It shows you the two giants standing next to the two sphinx, because there were two sphinx, and underneath the sphinx were two shopping cities. They built them as well. What does it say about his name? When declaring Jesus was the next king of the Jews, the Holy Family left from Bethlehem to Egypt. That's the other thing about Egypt. Egypt was a lot bigger then. Egypt, I think, incorporated Sudan, probably, definitely the Arabian Peninsula, probably Libya and Sudan and Ethiopia, I think, was all Egypt at one point. Where's a thing? I might have to look this up. Nagamadi. See, the Kebra Nagas. Right, it means cobra serpent. This is in the Kebra Nagas. This is what they say they named the daughter of Mary or Sheba, was Menylek, meaning son of a wise man. Well, no one was more wise than Solomon. Hey. Holy Family in glass. Yeah, let's call them the Royal Holy Family. The Royals. The Royal Holy Family. What's this? Oh. Something else I can't access now. What's this? Ah, this is what Yeshi wrote. Directed and produced. Grandpa was an emperor. Oh, is it on stage? Grandpa was an emperor follows Yeshikasa, great-granddaughter of Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia. She embarks on a personal quest to discover what happened to her closest relatives during the coup of 1974. While Yeshi and her older sister, Jyoti, her name's Jyoti, were thousands of miles away in a British boarding school. Can I say the name of the boarding school? It's not there anymore, actually. Her great-grandfather was deposed by a revolution, setting off a harrowing chain of events that would put her parents and siblings in grave danger. You know, I remember she's talking to me about this, and I remember thinking what a brave lady she was. Brought a tear to my eye, really. And she was living in West London at one time, and my dad had Afghan hounds, my dad, and she borrowed them for a photo shoot one day, because she was telling me how Granddad used to have Afghan hounds in the palace. There you go. See? She gave me a jumpsuit. It was lovely. What am I doing now? Right. It was lovely until I needed a wee. I couldn't get it off quick enough. You had to unbutton it from the neck to the belly to get it down to have a wee. So when you wore it, you couldn't drink anything. Here we are. Let me see. Menylek. Menylek. Queen of Sheba. Her only son. Now, that's really worth the Kebra Nagast. If you want to really get into this, you need to read that. I started reading it. I must go back to it, study it a bit more. And of course, you know, this is where the Rastafarians believe this. Wait till the Rastafarians see this video. They're going to be mind blown. Oh dear. Right, I think that's about it. Have I got anything else to say? Let's have a look. Did that. Have I missed something? If I've missed something, or you've got a question, you want to ask me any questions, just like write your question under the video. And this is what I watched earlier this morning, Mystery of the Magi. It's only a 10-minute watch. And ABC News. And yeah, that's worth a watch. It's only a 10-minute thing. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to me waffle on. I hope I made you laugh, and hope I helped you gain a bit of knowledge, a little bit more knowledge. Another little bit of jigsaw puzzle going together. Who were these giants really? They were the kings, weren't they? The gods, the kings. Who was their god? Their god was Source God. Source, not Sauce, which it's turning into at the moment. Anyway, thank you very, very, very much.